Hey guys, alright, I think I'm going with Love Bomb from the Woods. I think that's going to be our opening tag. Gotta start with something. I was always saying, hey guys. Alright, Love Bomb from the Woods. Yesterday I came up with another one too. It might be just as good. Love Bomb from the Woods. Yesterday's was Wisdom from the Woods. Wisdom from the Woods kind of rolls off your tongue too, so I don't know. Maybe we'll do something with Love Bombs at the end. There you go. We start off with Wisdom from the Woods. It leads to Love Bombs. That's all we got to keep in mind. All right, so, but before you can give love bombs, what? You got to love on yourself first. You got to get in the right vibration to do that. Love bombs on yourself first, always. So, we're going to breathe in, and breathing in not just the air around you and getting focused on the sense that your body has, you know, if it's got a tightness in its chest, if it's carrying any stress, if it's, you got to get sensitive to that stuff. And it's not easy, but it's so simple. So what does that mean? I don't know. It's just wasting time, stalling. All right, so you're breathing in that everything around you is perfect, and you're what you can't feel as being perfect, something that's got a little bit of agitation to you as they come up, you just rub on them with a little bit of, hey, I'm not in the mindset right now to find perfection in you, but I know it's coming, let's move on. I'm going to see perfection in everything coming soon enough. I'm getting tuned in, tapped in, turned on. Focusing on my breath, I feel my body calming. Of course, I'm going faster than you will, and I'm, sit with your hand and wait till you feel your heartbeat, and then bring that heartbeat down and slow down your breathing. The reason to get focused on your breath, by the way, is to bring it down. You just gotta slow down. It's helpful for me even during these videos to continue to do it, so I'll remind you again in a minute. But when you're feeling the perfection of everything around you, it's got to be the feelings. You're looking for vibration here, not actual material things. So, everything feels very good, then you can look around you and find the perfection in the things you see around you. But really, pro tip, don't go looking at the normal stuff you look at. Get away from the television, from the influence of so much validation of there's something to watch out for, it's us against them, I'm not part of a collective consciousness, I don't have the light of divinity watching out for me, doesn't have my back. All that language, you need to cut that out so that you can try to battle it, because we got to go to battle with all these past experiences that we've mislabeled as treacherous things. You know, we can be sure that misery is coming and suffering is coming because we've seen it in the past. Well, if you've seen it in the past, then your thinking in the past was off. So now you got to unravel all that stuff. We were hoping, remember in an earlier video, we're just going to cut it. But it's pesky buggers is what I called it the last time. It's not the best. There's another term for it. You know, something more glamorous. But anyway, it's just tough. So it takes time. They call that the dark night of the soul. I don't see how you do that in the night, or why it's dark, or I don't know. I don't like that term. It's just you gotta work through things, and it can take a couple years. But every little step along the way feels so much better, and once you're on the path, you know, once you've committed to the path, it's all good feelings. Tough, yes. Physically, you'll feel it, because physically, you're using a lot of your physical energy to maintain all this stuff back here. And when you pull it around and you start loving on it, two things happen. You get good at loving on it. You get good at finding the perfection, finding what's right about the situation, finding out what's, you got to be in the right vibration. Sorry, I just spilled it. Oh, I caught it. You got this memory from the past of this experience that you've mislabeled. Now you're looking at it with that loving vibration and realizing that there's no evildoer from the outside. There's no bad luck. There's only perfection. There's only you growing. So, and us carrying a lot of the vibration of the galaxy where we are. So anyway, so these stories about watch out for everybody out against themselves, and everybody, having to, defend themselves from each other, is a vibrational reality to where the planet was in the galaxy, or just coming out of. So we're heading into better times. We're heading into spring. The tuned in, tapped in is easier than it's ever been. Snipping and clipping at the past is easier than it's ever been, and we're not putting as much of it on our kids. Yahoo! So the vibration going up is happening with or without you, so I don't really need to worry about it. So if you just want to sit back and say, you know what, not today, Dan, not today, then rock on. But if this is sort of your game anyway, then it's good to know somebody who's been there to say, oh yeah, that does make sense. Because yeah, you're going to physically wear yourself out going through this transition of raising your vibration. But the whole planet's going to do it. And cool little scenario, if we can play this one out. I was thinking about this one. This whole virus thing is something, of course, I look into it right away, not to the science books. Not that I haven't been, I've certainly had my days of sort of looking to the sciences about things, so I know a lot about sciences, and I like science. But I know now that when something's going on like this, I go to my other channels. I can just say vibration, and I feel, well, I'd have to just be real with you and be like, if I didn't watch the news or talk to anybody, I wouldn't know there was a virus. So I'm just dealing with what's being put into my head. I really can't give you any indicate. I don't know anybody sick. It seems strange. Yes, I'm not being not sympathetic. I know the numbers are out there. I know all the facts, and I'm definitely appreciating the people who are out on the front line and are dealing with this stuff. Everybody's, everyone's paying their price, though. Everyone's taking manning their battle station, if you will. And what's going on, though, is the powers to be, the connections to the other side, the light of divinity, let's just say that, the light of divinity is saying that it's part of the vibrational change of the people, of the inhabitants of the planet. This whole, it's a very strong cooperation between everyone on the whole planet, which we've never really seen before, which is beautiful. And but everybody's being nudged to go within. Strange, isn't it? You could say, yeah, some people are dying because of the virus, but the fear is popping out. You see it in people more. A lot of people are really struggling, and some people are struggling but not showing it, and some people are, getting really good at sort of saying, you know what, maybe I don't need to watch the news. Maybe I don't need to infiltrate my brain with that information, and I'll just deal with what comes. Ironically, if you get tuned in, tapped in, turned on, and you get that funky vibration of fear out of your body is pretty tricky, pretty powerful, and it will battle anything that comes our way. But we got to have that faith. You got to have that trust. You got to have that lack of fear. You got to have that love vibration going. You got to be tuned in, tapped in, turned on a lot, all the time. And this stuff will make sense to you. Doesn't mean that I'm the first one who heard it, but I know where to go get the right answer. And I'm like, yeah, of course. You don't label and name things. That's sort of a rule of the other side. You don't label and name. What can you really say about what's going on right now? I feel the desire to be alone. That's all I can say for sure. Now, a lot of people don't want to be alone, and they got a real fear vibration going. And to them, whether they're sick or not, they're in a whirlwind of a tornado. So what's going to happen from that tornado? They're going to fall out. They're going to fly out of it at some point in time, and then be like, wow, I know the difference between a tornado and this love train that Dan's talking about. I'm going to get on the love train. But we are all going to do that eventually, because the whole planet's moving to another place in the galaxy, and we're going to just ride out that positive vibration. So it really, comes back to, why would you want to do this? I think you just feel better every day. The love train, it's got lots of smiles and lots of fun and lots of love bombs being thrown around, and a pretty harmonious existence with nature and ourselves and our bugs and everything. And your body will be so much stronger just by your own loving on yourself. If that's all you ever do, you're going to have a huge influence on everyone else, because everyone's going to react to that fact that you're more loving to yourself. When you're loving to yourself, you're not complaining. I don't know about you guys, but there's a lot of old people out there that you've just complained a lot less and loved on your grandchildren a little bit more. Whew, the world would be a different place. It's like, man, they go out fighting. I told you, I know I'm dying, but you gotta change. It's like, come on, buddy. Let's look at the positives of what's going on. We're much nicer to the planet. This is what you want to do when you're tuned in, tapped in, turned on. You're loving on yourself, then you start loving outside yourself. And what do you say when you're loving outside of yourself? Remember what you say when you're loving on yourself. So I've talked about that, but you should go back to those videos, or I'll go back through it now, but then I'll get lost in just appreciating myself and what a good job I'm doing of taking on scary things and not mislabeling them as watch out fors and stuff like that, and been soothing the past history about things that I misinterpreted and not judging myself. So I went down that path with myself anyway. Now you're in that tuned in, tapped in, turned on vibration. You feel it, and then you look at things around you, and then you come up with stuff like, look how much more gentle we are with nature. We're being more gentle with nature. There's no two ways about it. Yes, you can count how much of the Amazon rainforest is being sold every day, and you can count the pollution, and you can say that this virus is because of our hating on the planet. Yeah, you can see all that if you want to. But if you get into the love vibration and you think about the fact of where we were through the galaxy and how hard it is to be these millions of people on this planet and not destroy it. What if it was 1 million rats on the planet? How would they treat the place? It would be a disaster. They would have eaten everything on the planet and pooped all over everything else and thrown it way out of whack. So we're adjusting to being all these humans on the planet, integrating with nature. Nature seems scary. We were scared people at that low vibration. We've done a good job, right? Love on yourself, Mr. Planet. But really, the planet's fine. The planet's perfectly healthy. The planet, you're only talking about the crust on top of the planet anyway, this tiny little thin crust. You think we're going to change the ball of the planet? Has any concern whether we trash the place or we don't? Now, who does care if we trash the place or we don't? Well, I got to do something with that sun. There we are. Camera skills. But now I pull my arm out and the whole geometry changes. All right, how about that? Hey, I got it on my knee. All right, I got this one. All right. I don't have a lot of rent out here in this studio, by the way, though. And I found a little shelter from the wind. It's been pretty good. I hear the trees moving over top, and I don't think we've lost any video, but we've lost time. So there we are, folks. Love on yourself. Helicopter view. Love on yourself. Feel the perfection. See the perfection. Love on the planet and all us people and all what we're doing and what a great job we're doing and how people are coming out of this low vibration. Sorry we got to go through that. But it's for our own good. We're going to come up loving. It's totally what's going to happen from this virus, by the way. So, I mean, that's what really could have just made the whole video just on that. I'm not saying don't do what you're doing. I'm not saying don't worry about what you're doing. I'm not saying not isolate yourself, whatever. Do all those things. Do what you want to do, but just let yourself be who you want to be. Let other people be who they want to be. Lighten up your touch a little bit and just turn away. Go within and love on yourself and breathe in the perfection of everything around you. And I think that's all I have to say about that, said Forrest Gump. All right, so I love you guys, and I'll talk to you again soon. What else can I say? All right, don't forget to throw the love bombs, by the way. That's right, we're going to start with wisdom from the woods and end with a love bomb. So your love bomb has got to be, got to pull my hand back. You will naturally throw love bombs. When you get tuned in, tapped in, turned on, and you're starting to appreciate what a good job humans have done on the planet so far and how we've done pretty well communicating and sharing. We've done a pretty good job. Look at how the planet's being run. It's like it's not a total mess. It's rough, but tuning in, tapping in, turning on myself and raising my own vibration makes me express love and be more loving. That's what's going to create heaven on earth. Got to find it within yourself first, though. Otherwise, you're just in the way. But in the way is okay. It's coming anyway. So just sit down and enjoy the ride. So when you're in that tuned in, tapped in, turned on vibration, throw love bombs from that vibration and tell other people about your love journey and how much better you feel, and watch everything light up around you. Guess that's all I can say. I just wasted another minute of your time. Anyway, love you guys. See ya. Out.